look back like back in 1945, right? That's what. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, keep telling them that this is. Hey, folks. Ah, boy. Morning, Mr. Boots. Well, folks, guess what? I figure that the folks that run this thing here, they obviously check out my videos, right? Obviously, but I think they've missed something. I think that they've missed that over time I have described myself as a pattern recognition kind of nerdy kind of dude. So I'm going to come at it like this. This is how I'm going to come at it. I've noticed over the time that I've been on this thing that there are, as we know, groups of people here, particularly here in the United States of America, that, you know, they favor over one group they favor over another group since the country's been here, right? So here's the reason why I'm saying that, because there are topics that I talk about that on any given day, I'll either see it, hear about it, somebody will point me in that direction, or YouTube, wherever, and it's the same stuff that I'm talking about, but it's the other group. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. So I guess that's one thing. But here's the thing that really sticks out in terms of pattern recognizing, right? So here's the real deal. This group, right? This is all they want from us. This is all they want from us. You ready for this? It falls into three groups. I want to say three. It could be maybe one more, but I want to say three that are easily identifiable. And they are these. You've got funny people that are absolutely hilarious. Excuse me a second. That are absolutely hilarious. Okay? Some people think that I'm funny. And I think I can be funny. And it's a personality trait. It is something that I enjoy making people laugh. Okay, I've been like that all my life. Like I alluded to in one of the videos that, believe it or not, there were two of us in homeroom class in high school that we were the class clowns. Believe it or not, we would turn up every morning. We'd have the teacher would be in stitches. So, okay, so listen to what I'm saying now. So that's one group of us. So that's one group that they don't mind us talking about certain things. Why? Because we're entertaining, right? So entertaining brings more eyes to this. That's the first group. So they don't mind that, let's say, for instance, when I come on here and I do my thing, I do my shtick, and I have different shticks. You guys, people that follow me on here for a long time, you guys know I try to get the message out as best I can, different ways, do different stuff, different scenes, just the whole different studios. You got A, B, C. And that's okay. See, this is what I'm saying about pattern recognition. So when I flipped the script and I started doing videos like that, then they put me on probation, basically. They took me out of jail and put me out on probation. Remember, I had to sign for it, okay? but I will still dropping stuff. Like I tell you guys, if you watch any of the longer videos, the longer scripted videos, the reason I did those, I did it on purpose because as those long scripted videos are going on, I'm just kind of just in here doing my thing. You call them brain dump. This is going to be called a brain dump, by the way. And so we're on here, we're talking to Mr. Boots, just going about. So I'm a pattern recognition guy. So remember I tell you guys, I know what I'm doing. Okay? I know what I'm doing. They haven't picked up on that I know what I'm doing. All right, so now I'm back into that mode where I have to come on here, do a whole thing, which is my life. This is my life. This is what I do, okay? I do this every morning. And I do have a cat and I do talk to him, okay? So all that's real. But at the same time, keep in mind, I'm living my life, right? But that is also a form of entertainment. Folks like to see what other folks are getting into and if they're interested, so I know, you see what I mean? But if you watch the video long enough, I will start dropping shit in there about stuff that's going over there. You guys will know what I mean when I point over there, right? I'll drop it in. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm not looking for a whole bunch of views. That's not my objective. My objective is always putting the truth out. That's it. That's my objective. It doesn't matter, who's following it. That really doesn't matter. It's getting the truth out. Okay? That's the one thing. The second thing that they will allow is for folks that will talk about, now I'm talking about us, that will talk about the past, right? Even the most grotesque things from the past, they will allow folks to come on, and they're dead serious. There's no laughter, there's no joking, no smiling, no dancing around, nothing. And they're putting out straight up fact. In fact, those are the ones I really, really watch, and I really find that's what keeps me motivated. Not only that, but the ancestors that give me downloads. That keeps me motivated to keep me moving forward. But they allow this group. Why? Yeah, my folks may be talking about things that these folks did to us, but that was in the past. So this group, they don't care. They know what they've done, so they don't care. Yeah, you can talk about it all day you want. And people will watch. Yeah, sure. So again, it's kind of a form of entertainment. So they're going to watch that. Third group. That third group is a group that I fall into. Okay? And keep in mind, I float in between all these groups, but this one group that I'm going to talk about right now is the group that they are horrified of. All right? So I'm going to show you who that group is. It's this group. It's the group that comes on here and looks directly into the camera and actually tells them about themselves and what they're doing to us and the things that they're going to be doing to us in the future. Those are the ones that they put up in the jail. Those are the ones that they mute. Those are the ones that they actually take shit down just because that's what they want to do, because they know that the person that looks directly in the camera and tells the truth for what it is are the ones that they are most scared of. Now, am I taking a risk coming on here doing this? Absolutely. But, I take risks. Those are the three groups, if you notice. And so if they don't realize that this guy, that's the pattern recognition guy, doesn't see what they're doing to this guy, that's what just makes it so bewildering. It's just like, really? Okay, I can play. I can play. I can play. So And the only reason I can play is because the one that I just described, where folks come on here and being funny and dropping jewels, is because that is part of my life. That is part of me. That is my personality. So I've always said, I can be that way and I can be extraordinarily serious. I am extraordinarily serious most of the time. I have to be. I live by myself and I got to take care of myself. Well, take care of the cat, Mr. Boots. All right, so got that out of the way. This is a brain dump. So I wanted to talk about yesterday. And we're going to see what they do with this. It's going to be interesting, right? We're going to see what they do with this. So you had diaper pants and you had fancy pants. That's a nice one. Diaper pants and fancy pants over at the White House yesterday, denying this video is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. And you see what I just did there? See, that was a lesson that I learned from the first time they put me in jail. Okay? I said, well, I have to start saying that, and I needed to put it on the screen. So maybe that's what I neglected to do yesterday. I said it in the video, but I didn't put it on the screen. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Would they know what they're doing? So anyway, so they get on there and they are playing it off. They're playing it off. Oh, no, that's not why we're having a meeting over at my crib. Nah, that's not the reason. Yeah, I don't know who put that out. I don't know who y'all, whoever you got that leak from, they need to, this is Vance talking, right? Vancy Pants. And then as he says his little spiel, because it's like a 1-2 act. So the other act, which would be Diaper Pants, says, yeah, you're right. Yeah, keep telling them that this is, and then he looks right in the camera, and this is a hoax. All of this is a hoax. He says it again. He's been saying that for what, 8, 9, 10 years? Everything's a hoax. Everything's a hoax. But this time it's not. This time it's not. Get this. It's what I think. This video is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Pardon me for a second. Got to get some of this up in me. This is a brain dump. Salud. These are the top people that met up with Vancy Pants over in his residence that was not supposed to be anything about the Jeff Epi file situation. Nothing about, not strategizing about this. They did say it was a strategy meeting, but they didn't say, they denied that it was anything had to do with Jeff Epi. Come on. Who do you think they playing with? Okay. This is what I think is going on. You ready for this? I've got receipts. I've talked about this a couple times in quite a few videos, way back, some recent. Hey, Mr. Boots. Sorry about that, man. Pardon me for a second. I'll get to it. I'm not going to forget my place. Fresh, man. Fresh. Be careful, don't kick your mic. Susie Wiles. This video is for information, education, entertainment purposes only, and that only. Susie, because I don't know, I'm speculating. This is what I think. This is my opinion, and we have First Amendment rights here in this country. Susie Wiles, White House Chief of Staff. Todd Blanche, Deputy Attorney General. Kash Patel, FBI Director. Who's the last one? Oh, that one. Pam Bondi, Attorney General for the United States of America, not for Donald Trump. So those four. Let's just really consciously think about each one of those positions. You doing that? You thinking about it like I did? I've got receipts. And they're meeting over at J.D. Vance's residence. So, these are my receipts. By the way, that was Thomas Dolby. If you could hear that in the background, copyright reasons. I live in the 80s. This video is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. J.D. Vance, Peter Thiel, Kevin Roberts, Mike Johnson. What do they all have in common? Well, the most important one of that group, Kevin Roberts. Yeah. Well, they're all important in that group. Not to me, but in that group. They are of significance, I guess I should say. Project 2025, we've been talking about this. Let me tell you something about that too, by the way, before I go on. I saw a commercial yesterday. I did have on mass media yesterday because I wanted to see what they were talking about, how far this thing is going with the epi thing. They did a commercial yesterday for MSNBC about an event that they throw up apparently every year, where all of the anchors, all of the people that ride the desk on these shows, on MSNBC, that they have this thing that they throw up in New York, kind of like a party. Everybody comes, you get tickets to come and see all of them. My man over here, Lawrence O'Donnell, all of them, Rachel. And when they were flashing it, and they had, you know how they had the end, they had the still image, and they had all of them up on the stage, I guess from prior years, but this was going to be, this was the new banner, I guess you should say, for the new year. And I'm looking at all, I mean, it had to be 15, 16, it's all the ones that come on. The day people, and they're all in there, got all on. I'm like, and it hit me, bam. It hit me at the same time of what they're doing to me on here, putting me in TT jail, right? And then as I'm watching that, and as I saw that, guess who I thought about? Yes, the dear, educated, wise, truth seeker, Joy Reid. And I got sad. I got sad. Not for me, I got sad for her situation, because I'm sure she saw the same commercial. Those are her friends. And she's been at those events. People would come. In fact, I was this close to catching a train straight from over here, Amtrak, to go up to New York City to see her and Rachel Maddow. They were doing a little thing up in New York. This close. It wasn't New York. It was Philly, up to Philly. And I had looked on Google Maps. I knew how I was going to get off the train, how far I had to walk. I did the whole nine because I wanted to support, right? I wanted to support her. And Rachel Maddow is cool too, right? We know this. And she was supporting her girl. Rachel Maddow was supporting her girl, right? So I know she saw that same commercial, was saying, God. And you see what they did? They did that shit smooth, right? They eliminated her. They eliminated her. They zipped it. So I know you guys know how I do. I haven't forgotten where I was. So they slowly but surely have now, in your face, put all of us smack dab in the middle of a you know what. Remember this guy? I hadn't talked about that guy in a long time. Remember this guy? We're here. I've been saying things like it's over. But no, let's say it how it really should be. First of all, it is over, but let's say we're here, we're in it right now. This is it. This is what it looks like in 2025. That's what it looked like back in 1945, right? That's what it looked like back then. This is what it looks like now. It's the same. Same playbook, same shit going on, same people running around the street with masks on without any identification, snatching people up off the street. Same thing with building places down where alligators kind of roam around and do what they want to do because they just naturally do what they want to do. We're here. Oh, the media, got to shut them up. Oh, we have to threaten universities for, First Amendment rights. Yeah, that just. Anyway, let me get back on point. So yeah, that disturbed me seeing that. I just like, yep, they sure did. And my man on CNN, Don Lemon. He was on Ari Melba yesterday. It was good to see him. He's on YouTube. He's got his own thing. Joy Reid's got her own thing. But I'm sure both of them are saying, I got to this level of communication with the masses. Truth, putting truth out. But it's okay. It's okay. They're entrepreneurs, as I am, so they will be okay. They will be okay because they're driven and they're on a mission. And nothing can stop the truth. What's the expression? Truth will. Yep. All right, back on point. So, Project 2025. So that meeting that they had at that dude's crib, that was the beginning. That was the beginning of all those receipts I have sitting over there. Figuratively speaking, by the way. I don't actually have physical receipts sitting over there. For y'all to think that. Show us the receipts. Show us the receipts. Nah, figuratively. You can go back and look. I did whole videos about it. What have I been saying? What the plan was. And guess who was involved in that plan? That was his crib. The only ones that weren't at that, well, I don't know. They may have been. They may have been in the back room. Who knows? Peter Thiel, Mike Johnson, Gavin Roberts. But those other characters, so it was a strategy meeting, all right. The strategy was this. Look, this is just my opinion. This video is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Only. So, I'm going to pretend like fancy pants. All right, you guys know why we're here. You guys know why we're here. Do you guys, anybody not know why we're here? Yeah, they were right. We're not here to talk about Epi. But Epi is, yeah, he's the reason. He's actually, look, if you guys don't know, hey, Pam, come here, Pam, come closer. Pam, we know the pressure's on you, but we're going to take the pressure off of you. And she smiles. The Epi thing, that's perfect. And he talks to the whole group again. Pam, you can sit right here. Look, I have you guys here. Yeah, everybody knows, the public knows, but they think it's for the Epi file stuff. I have you all here for your specific positions that you have and the leverage that each one of you has in your own departments. And you, Susie Wiles, we had to bring you in the mix because you're the White House Chief of Staff. But we know that you only have but so much power. But this is what your job is to control the message. So he scans, there's only 4 of them, so he scans. Hey, Patel, yeah, I don't like you. But because you have that position that you actually have a lot of leverage that you can use. Todd, yeah, you did good, Todd. That was a real flex by moving her down to Texas. I like that. Yeah, that made Dipey feel really good. Good job. But here's the deal. This is the reason that we're all here. And so Peter Thiel and all of them, they're in the back because they can't be out front. They got to be listening from the back. Here's the deal. Have you guys heard of the 25th Amendment? You haven't heard of that, Cash? Oh, okay. Well, Pam, bring them up to speed. All right. This video is for information, education, entertainment purposes only. So when you do your own homework and you go refer to was it 25th Amendment, just shoot straight on down to part 4, section 4, whatever you want to call it. It's 4. See what they're talking about right there. I have receipts. I've talked about this for over a year. Yes, I may have to dig those video. Well, maybe not, because they may threaten me again and put another red warning sign up on my shit. Threaten to take me off. I don't want that to happen. Now, of course, I have a backup plan. I do have a backup plan. And y'all know, I'm not going to keep saying it. So that's what I think. This information, all of it, this is educational, informative, purposes only. Right, Mr. Boots? You okay? All right, well, guess what, guys? That's it. That's a wrap for today. It is 6:32 in the morning. Training's coming along perfectly. Let me tell you a quick story about the training. I was forced. See, this is when you start maturing in life and you start realizing you can't just force your way through something thinking because this is the way I want it to be. And I don't care what people say, and I'm going to do it my way. So when it comes to the training, your footses, if your footses, right? For me, my running shoes, I had 2 pair of running shoes. One of them I had delegated to just walking shoes because they used to be my primary running shoes. And then once they did their thing, I moved them to the side and I ended up getting another pair, right? But still fighting and still being a cheap, I'm still training and then wondering why. Remember I told you about the little hammy thing I had going on here, and then the little hip flexy thing I had going on over here, and I'm like, what? And all of these are indicators, and I know better. I've been doing this shit since high school? I know that when you're off balance, that's when these things start appearing. And that's how you get injured. But I was pressing on because I'm determined. And then finally, I came to my senses and said, dude, stop being a cheap ass and just go get some new shoes. You're getting ready to do a race. Your shit's worn down. You look at you, you're leaning. You got your shit leaning a little bit. And I did. Yesterday, it was my fastest pace thus far in this training season. So I just wanted to tell y'all that if you are running and you start feeling little things, tweaking here and tweaking there, and little pinch here and little this in your lower back, or this, at that point, it's time to start thinking about looking straight down at your feet and saying, I need to change these out because you're off balance. Okay, that's a coaching thing. I'm just telling y'all there. You can throw that in life, coach. Your shit's off balance. And yesterday I had to fight through it at first, right? I had my new shit, so I had my new kicks on, and I had to fight through it first. This was like, and then this was like, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. And as I started warming up, got past like the first mile and a half, I was like, yeah, I likes these kicks, and my body likes these kicks too. Fastest pace yesterday. Can't wait to get out there today. And now I'm more confident that yes, all of these things were happening because I was being cheap. Don't be cheap with your health. That's another life coaching thing. Don't be cheap with your health. Go all in for your health. Everything that I do now in my life is my health. It is the priority. My health. That's it. That's number one. Well, Mr. Boots, I would say, he's right there. He's right up there. His health, my health, we're right up there. All right. Salute. I'll see you guys. I don't know how long this lasted. It don't matter. It don't matter. It is what it is. It's a brain dump. We're going to go what we go with, right? I'll see you guys in another video. Take care of yourselves.